Hey everyone, I'm Ivory Rose, and today, well, we're diving headfirst into the absolute chaos that is RLCraft. Now, if you're unfamiliar with RLCraft, trust me, so am I. I've played it a few times and I'm still completely lost. So apparently it's Minecraft, but, you know, way harder, way scarier, and with a lot of things trying to kill you. So, yeah, not really a big deal, right? So, I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's half the fun. Come join me as I stumble, panic, and hopefully survive this wild Modpack. If you like adventures, chaos, and a little bit of confusion, you're in the right place. Our first challenge, however, is just making it through the first night. So, if you do enjoy this adventure, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join me on this RLCraft journey. Hi everybody and welcome. Today we're jumping into the world of RLCraft, and to be honest, I'm a little nervous. So, RLCraft is a bit different from ordinary Minecraft. It is a pretty complex scenario in where you start with nothing, you can't get your basic resources like you normally would in Minecraft, and you have to go through a very convoluted way in order to get your first tools. I can't just chop down a tree with my fists, I have to first find flint, which you get from digging up gravel. Plant fibre, which you get from making a flint knife on grass. And then getting a flint pickaxe or a flint axe in order to gather tools. So, yeah, it's going to be quite a complicated thing if a dragon doesn't come and kill me before I can get to that stage. Which is most likely the biggest possibility out there. Nope. No. Why is there a dragon already? Nope. I don't like this. Nope. No. So, that's a no from me. I'm gonna go and grab myself a base somewhere. I'm gonna go find myself some resources so I can actually farm some experience. Because without experience early game, you're basically as good as dead. So in order to get a crafting bench, we need planks. And to get planks, you have to break down the logs that you've just done by placing them down and then right-clicking on them. Sometimes it can give you 1 log, sometimes it can give you 3. You'll never get the standard 4 that you get in vanilla Minecraft. Talk about tedious. In order to gather experience in this game though, you need to be able to have a means of getting experience. So the easiest ways of getting experience in vanilla Minecraft is killing mobs. Good luck in RLCraft. You saw that dragon? Yeah, that was one of the weaker ones. Yes, you get zombies, skeletons, creepers, and all that sort of stuff, but they're very few and far between. You also get passive mobs. The problem with passive mobs and killing those? Well, see for yourself. As you can see, even killing a passive mob scares the living crap out of you sometimes. And summons a Reaper that wants to kill you, give you insomnia, and wants to make sure you die. Honestly, at this point, I had basically just given up. I was about to die and lose everything that I just spent the past 10 minutes gathering at the very start of this world. But then I decided to turn my tail and run. I hightailed it to the next available safe space, and the Grim Reaper just stopped following me for some reason. The next thing I decided to do was resource gather. So if you're vegan, you might want to look away at this next point because I decided to slaughter some cows. Fun. Very fun job to do. At least they're vanilla mobs and they'll give me some experience that I can use to level up. I also decided to get some stone and some wood as well as some dirt just to get some basic resources. However, when you fight a tree, sometimes the trees fight back. Why is everything wanting to kill me? After I dealt with the rogue tree that tried to chop off my branches, I decided to continue my resource gathering until it was time to start moving onwards to the next location. Unfortunately, another Reaper decided to spawn. So as any sane person did, I immediately started to run, where I came across what I would choose to be my home base. The problem I had here was both getting across and the fact it was almost nighttime. Now, I could risk my life and hope that there's a bed inside, but also, what if it's dangerous inside? What if there are mobs inside? I don't know this. The game probably doesn't know this. The game probably doesn't even know what it's going through right now. So I decided that I needed to make a sleeping bag and sleep outside, which I thought was a great idea, but you'll see in a moment just why that wasn't the case. Surviving through the first night. Nice and smooth. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some resources, I'm going to build a bridge across, and that'll be our temporary home. Just while I'm trying to get to grips with things, because I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I've played a little bit. It would basically be finding a village and running around and trying not to survive and losing my stuff, then surviving again. But from what I can gather, that is the basis of all Minecraft RLCraft. You know? At first glance, this place inside looked absolutely stupendously incredible. What I mean by that, it was just way too good to be true. I decided that it was just worth having a bit of an exploration around, but there's one problem. I just kept hearing noises, and I kept hearing sounds, and I wasn't sure where they were coming from and what was causing it. I can hear things. I can hear things. So yeah, my new home is haunted. Great. I decided to wait for nighttime in that area. I didn't want to leave the place because if I did, I might end up dying and losing the location and starting over. So I decided to move the bed into a more suitable location for me, and I used that as an opportunity to basically do some weeding, and remembered that everything I do can kill me. Or try to. So I then decided to do some general maintenance. I had a look around a bit more, and I did some like redstone. I basically fixed the redstone lamp issue, and yeah, let's just say this was pretty much pointless. I decided to take a seat on one of the chairs that was readily available for us, and I noticed that when I'm in like third-person view, you do like awesome like fighting poses, and you hit with like both arms and stuff. So I was just messing around with that. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. It's definitely safe to say that sucked. But it gave me the perfect opportunity to start over, and now I was reminded of like what dangers there were that lurked in this world. It gave me the perfect opportunity to actually find a safe haven prior to exploring like the wilderness and everything. So the first thing I did was resource collection, as you do. So during my travels and resource collection, in which I got barely anything, I actually discovered an encampment. Now this encampment is going to be vital for my survival. This encampment has saved me so much hassle and so much stress, and provided me with resources that I could only have dreamed of about maybe 5-10 minutes prior. As I didn't gather any resources prior to actually finding this encampment, much to my avail, I decided to actually continue with a resource collection here. I got myself set up with the basic tools and machinery, and also watched a villager burn himself at the stake. Obviously a witch with some remorse in their system. Let's be honest, the villager seems incredibly unscathed, so we just let them vibe with it for a bit. I decided to continue with my normal duties, getting some experience and actually preparing myself mentally and physically for the journey ahead. All of this was to the sound of a villager committing seppuku on the fire once more. After breaking down some more trees and slaughtering some more of the wildlife, I decided to, leave. I figured it'd be best, especially around the Aegis, if I had left before they realised what had happened to their precious villager on the fireplace. Now, it wasn't me, but they don't know that. And neither did you guys until you watched this. So, I'm going to take my chances elsewhere. I decided to set up and began my journey onwards. Oh yeah, you know how I said everything in this world can kill you? I hope you've been paying attention to that water bar above my food bar, because that is my thirst level, and if that drops to 0, I can just outright die. I'm gonna die of thirst if I don't find water. So my newest priority was finding some water. I didn't care whether it was fresh, parasitic, or would melt my mouth when I swallowed it. I needed it, and I needed it fast. Okay. So the thing that I noticed after I satiated my thirst was that I was in a bit of danger. It's becoming nighttime. So priority number 1, feed the kobolds that I've just bumped into. Priority number 2, make myself a sleeping bag so I don't destroy the previous spawn I had. But for that, I needed sheep. And I needed 3 sheep of the same colour, which posed a bit of an issue when I almost missed the 4th sheep. After a good night's sleep and collecting my crafting table, I decided to continue my adventure and move away from the horrifyingly grotesque meteorite that has plummeted into the earth next to my encampment. Really surprised those sheep were still alive, if I'm honest. Found an incredible stony hill that had plenty of coal ore visible to harvest. I decided to get as much as I needed and use that experience in order to level myself up a few more things. I also spotted the mine shaft, which I will probably end up exploring next episode. I did also see a castle on the horizon too. And I decided at this point, for a starter base, that is where I was going to go. I needed a base, I needed one that was pretty much already resourced, and I needed one that can get me a significant amount of experience too. These castles have farms, and these farms are perfect for that. The problem is, when it comes to going across water, there is a danger. You have things like sea serpents, mermaids, and deep sea crustaceans that want to climb to the surface and drag you to hell. I need that down, don't I? Make a boat. Be handy, and also I don't know what else I could do just yet. I could, potentially just... The hell was that thing? The one thing I do not want to have to deal with are sirens. And sea serpent. The hell was that thing? Okay, those are sirens. I need earplugs. There is no way I'm going on the water if there's a siren there, and I don't have earplugs. Now, if there's one thing I can't resist, it's a siren's call, which is why I had to get the earplugs. If I don't get the earplugs in, my boat's going to be shimmying all the way down to that rock where I'm going to be slaughtered, and I'd rather not have that happen. So for those people out there thinking that I'm a bit of a coward for quick 10-second boat ride? Yes, I am. I've already restarted once. I don't want to restart again, especially after all the resources I've got. Have you tried to get resources from the bottom of the ocean? It's not exactly easy. Now, when I got to the castle itself, I decided to make it a little bit more my home. I decided to clear out the crops and replant them, getting myself some valuable experience which I can then use to level up even further, as well as making the interior a little bit more mine. After farming, I decided to explore the castle a little bit and see what exactly there was there for me. Now, admittedly, there wasn't much, it's just a pile of books upstairs, but there were some incredible views. Thank God for shaders, am I right? After taking a short nap to set my spawn point, I decided to go to the entrance of the castle once more, where my boat had slightly moved. This confused me a little bit, but it didn't stop me from enjoying the view. I looked onwards towards the horizon as my first few days in this world were completed, and I look onwards to the adventures ahead.